Using positive reinforcement to improve difficult behavior in children. Positive reinforcement is a behavioral strategy in which a pleasant experience is given immediately after a desired behavior, increasing the chances that the behavior will repeat again. Rather than pointing out mistakes, it encourages parents to focus on and appreciate the behaviors they want their child to repeat. This helps children learn good habits and strengthens the bond between the parent and the child. For example, the parent asks the child to clean toys. The child cleans the toys. The parent smiles and says, "Great job. Your room looks so tidy." The children tend to repeat behaviors that bring them attention, appreciation, or rewards. When parents notice and reinforce even small positive actions, children gradually choose those behaviors more often. Research in behavioral psychology and school interventions also shows that recognizing and rewarding positive behavior helps children learn appropriate behavior more effectively than punishment-based approaches. Why positive reinforcement works for difficult behavior? Children often repeat behaviors because those behaviors give them attention or results. For example, when a parent gives a chocolate every time a child throws a tantrum, the child may learn that tantrums are a good way to get what they want. As a result, the tantrums are likely to happen more often. Positive reinforcement changes the focus. Instead of reacting to negative behavior, parents need to reinforce the desired behavior before the problem begins. It teaches the children what to do and what not to do. Positive reinforcement does not always mean giving gifts. There are different types of positive reinforcements. Social reinforcement, praise, attention, and encouragement, such as saying, "I like how you shared your toys," or giving a hug, smile, or a high five. This is often the most powerful form because children naturally seek approval and connection. Tangible reinforcement, small physical rewards like stickers, small toys, favorite snacks, or reward tokens. These are particularly effective with younger children. Activity or privilege reinforcement. Rewarding good behavior with enjoyable activities such as extra playtime, choosing a movie, picking a favorite dinner, or selecting a weekend activity. This works well because it encourages positive family interactions rather than relying on material rewards. First example, homework resistance. In this situation, if your child doesn't want to do homework, they complain, argue, or keep finding excuses to avoid it, the common reactions of parents is often scolding the child, threatening punishment, taking away TV or playtime. But the positive reinforcement approach makes the parent say, "Let's make a deal. If you finish your homework before dinner, you'll get extra 20 minutes of playtime." What happens? The children finishes the homework and enjoys the extra playtime. What does the child learn? When I finish my homework on time, I get something I enjoy. As a result, instead of doing homework just to avoid being punished, the child starts seeing a benefit in finishing it. Over time, they are more likely to complete their homework willingly and with less resistance. This version feels like a real-life conversation and clearly demonstrates how positive reinforcement works. Example 2. Tantrums while shopping. In this situation, if your child often throws a tantrum while you're shopping, then before entering the store, tell your child, "We are going shopping now. If you walk with me, use your indoor voice and help me pick a few things. You can choose one snack before we leave." During shopping, whenever your child behaves well, notice it right away. You're doing a great job walking with me. Thank you for helping me find the milk. I really like how calmly you're shopping today. What happens? The child feels noticed and appreciated for behaving well. What does the child learn? When I stay calm and help, I get praise and a reward. As a result, the child is more likely to stay calm and cooperate during future shopping trips because the good behavior is rewarded and not the tantrum. Example 3. Sibling fights. In this situation, if your children often argue, fight over toys, or compete with each other, try this. Say, let's see if you can work together as a team. If you finish this puzzle or clean up your toys together, we'll play your favorite family game afterwards. While they are working together, notice and praise their teamwork. I love how you are helping each other. Great teamwork. You solved that together. Thank you for sharing and taking turns. When they finish, keep your promise. You both worked really well as a team. So now you get to choose the family game. What happens? The children enjoy being praised and rewarded for working together. What do they learn? When we cooperate instead of fighting, good things happen. As a result, over time, siblings begin to see each other as teammates rather than rivals, making arguments and competition less frequent. Some of the key tips for positive reinforcement to be effective are: reinforcement should be immediate. The reward should follow the behavior quickly. Delays can weaken the connection. When you praise, it should be specific. Clearly identify the behavior being reinforced. For example, instead of just saying good job, say, I love how you put your toys back in the box. Reinforce the behavior every time it occurs. Consistency is especially important during the early learning stages. Praise the effort, not just the outcomes. Instead of saying you're so smart, say, you really worked hard on that drawing. This encourages a growth mindset. Gradually reduce the rewards. Over time, rely more on praise, pride, and internal motivation so the children behave well without needing rewards. What are the common mistakes to avoid during positive reinforcement? Rewarding too late. The children may not connect the reward with the behavior. Overusing material rewards. Children may start behaving only for the gifts. Ignoring positive behavior. Parents often notice misbehavior more than good behavior. Inconsistent reinforcement. Rewarding behavior sometimes and ignoring it at other times can confuse children. Positive reinforcement and punishment influence children's behavior in different ways. Positive reinforcement focuses on encouraging good behavior, while punishment focuses on stopping bad behavior. When children are appreciated or rewarded for positive action, it helps to build confidence and strengthens the parent-child relationship. In contrast, punishment may sometimes create fear, resentment, or resistance. Over time, positive reinforcement leads to lasting behavior change and better self-control because children understand which behaviors are expected. Punishment often produces only temporary results, as the behavior may stop out of fear rather than understanding. In simple terms, while punishment may stop behavior briefly, positive reinforcement teaches children what behavior should replace it. What are children really learning from us beyond the words that we say? The next module explores how your everyday actions can become their most powerful lessons.